So I'm out on Lake Mingus, and I have got a wide open surface bite right now, black rockfish. I kept wanting to stop and record, but I just couldn't. The bite was just going too crazy. I could hear the waves splashing, and then as it got calmer and calmer out, I realized it wasn't all waves. There was a bunch of fish jumping and surface feeding. So I'm just gonna hold in there for a second. It's slowed down here enough now that I can retie some here. There's one. Very small though. Like, this is seriously the tiniest fish I've caught in about 20 minutes. Come here, buddy. No, stop it. A nice little fish, but I want to catch you one of those big ones live. 4 pounders, 3 and 4 pounders, 2.5 pounders, like nobody's business, and they just they feel small right now. Just heard a couple big splashes to the left of where I cast. There we go. Nope, missed them. You know, you could throw spinners out here, you could throw plastics, you could throw jigs. I mean, I don't think it matters right now. But with all the rain coming, didn't get one that cast. I think with all the rain coming, it's gonna put a damper on it. It's I don't know if the fish stop feeding when it gets nasty, and then they just go in this frenzy when it gets better. Dudes, come on, man. They'll do this. They'll go real hard for a while, and then they'll kind of bite light for a while, and then they'll go into a frenzy again. I've pulled some massive fish in today. Just ridiculous. Let me do it again. When you first come out and you're catching, 1-2 pound fish, you think, cool, yeah, I'm gonna keep them in case I don't get anything else. And then you get into a mess of these things. Oh, that bite turned off. Yeah, I like little taps, nibbles. I hear them splashing back there. And sometimes it's all about angles. It's weird, you can get closer to them and think, hey, I'm in a good spot, and then you don't catch anything, and then you pull away 20 feet, you get further, and you're casting the exact same spot. It changes everything up. Small one. But even the small ones are fun, but it's dumb when your fishing's been so good for the evening that you don't want to catch the small ones anymore, and you try to do whatever you can as you're reeling them in to let them go, let them get off. That feels better. Hard to tell though. Sometimes they just. Oh, he's better. I have my drag set, so it's like pretty much anything under 3 pounds can't take drag. Let's see if I can get him so you can see him. I'm gonna turn off my head now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's huge. Hang on. I'll get him unhooked and I'll bring him so you can see him. it's about a 3, maybe 3.5. Probably, I bet 3.25. And they're just feeding on surface right now on the estuary of Lake Mingus. And it doesn't seem to matter what I'm throwing at. You know, something will go good for a while. Like right now, this is my go-to. And here's something, you take what you will from this. And a lot of people will disagree with me, and that's totally fine, because you know what works for one guy might not work for another. As I'm stepping on top of the live well, I could feel them like jumping and smashing the top of it. I don't like glow products. They don't work for me. I know they work for some folks, and it could just be areas. It could be, you know, bodies of water. It could be types of lures. Well, I've got a bunch of painted jig heads from a bunch of jigs that I've made up myself, and I didn't realize that I put a glow one on, and I caught nothing. Caught nothing. Went about 10-15 minutes, didn't get anything, and I realized I had a glow jig on. Every time I came up, brought it up and checked my stuff, my headlamp would kind of charge it a bit. And as soon as I switched it and put a non-glowing one on, I started catching fish again. I know it's not everybody's experience, and I know a lot of folks that love glow gear, but that's just not. It's just not my bag. Oh, this poor little bait's getting torn up. Right there. They're splashing right there. Remember, when the lure's getting worn out, just bite the head off of it. If it's one that's been working, throw it back on. But sometimes the size of it, or the length of it, you're making a different size bait, either doesn't perform the right way, or they just don't want it because it's not mimicking what they're feeding on. Yeah, they're feeding, and seems like the big ones are the ones that are breaking surface right now. And I don't know if they're just chasing bait up, and then they breach because the bait's close to the surface. I don't know. There's been a lot of fish jumping. There's been a good surface bite, but with the rains coming, I think it's going to mess it up again. Once you get a couple days without rain and fishable conditions out here where you don't die, it's worth coming out. I know a lot of folks don't want to come out and fish at night, and I don't blame you, not even a little bit. But it's hanky, man. Janky, hanky. It's a weird thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Messed my stuff up. Like, I don't even want to stop and retie and put a new jig on because I don't want to waste that time. Okay. Where's my? Oh, there we are. So I've got one more, my favorite one for tonight. Like I said, I don't think it matters much, truly, but this is the one that. Sorry, y'all. This is the one that I've been doing best on tonight. Gold and like the gold flex stuff is one of the weird ones for me that I don't like using it a lot, but when I use it and it's working, it's working. Come on. We use everything from Berkeley Gulp to for this type of stuff. The one thing I don't like, twin tails. The split tail, that's another thing that doesn't work good for me. You know, I mentioned the glow stuff. That was a weird strike. It's like they grab it, they pull it back, and let it go. So it feels like fish hands. There we go. Shake him like he's small, but it's powerful. He's small. Ta-da! I didn't plan on really recording anything out here at all, so I didn't set up my lights or anything fun like that. But, and honestly, when I left the house, it was pouring rain. It hadn't rained a whole bunch all day today and yesterday. That's why, you know, and yesterday was such a great bite, and that's why I'm out here now, because this might be the last chance I get for a while. Again, if the rain's coming. Not paying attention. I should have had that one. Sometimes you got to swing and set that hook, and other times you got to let them have it. And sometimes even throughout the same fishing trip, their biting habits will change completely. I wish you could see the fishing pole, but the angle we're at, you can't. If I make another trip this week, I'll make sure I got the camera set up good. Like, these are good. Whoa, come on, buddy. These are good fish I'm throwing back. And I'm throwing back tons of them. Because they're too small. Come on. There you go. Too small. Don't be afraid to bend your hooks back into place if you have to. Also keep in mind that bending them too much will weaken them. At some point they'll break. I had them snap off earlier today. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but had them, hooked them, played them for a bit. Got them near the boat. Oh, got off. Okay, no big deal. You know, pulled up, gear's still there. Cast back out again. Another hit or two. Pow, pow. Can't set it. Just won't hook up. Did that about 2 or 3 fish, and they just weren't sticking. What the heck? I took a closer look, and the whole bottom, the U shape and the barb was gone. Everything else was still there, so it looked like I had a full jig, but I didn't. I don't know what the temperature is. I think it's high 30s, low 40s, something like that. The wind has died down. It was supposed to be windier than it is, but I've got this nice lull. See if I can get one more fish here and then bid you all a good day. Now they won't if you're watching. Come on, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Actually, I don't hear them jumping anymore either. And it's not to say 10, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, that they won't get right back to doing that same behavior again, but something definitely changed, and a lot of that has to do with tides. They and I are so tide sensitive, and the reason I'm tide sensitive is because I'm out here fishing them, and they're tide sensitive. I don't think he took a little bit of drag like he was big, but I think he's just a really aggressive fish is all. Huh. He's staying low. I'm gonna say he's 2.5 pounds. No, he's about 3.5 pounds. Buddy. Definitely better than I thought. I mean, look at that. These are world-class fish. Right here on the Mingus, the mighty Mingus. Look at that. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll catch you later. I think it's like 2 in the morning. I am very sleep deprived. It's probably going to get crazier as the night goes on. So, there you go. All right, folks, have a good one. Have fun. If anything else interesting happens, I'll let you know.